Word on the street is Kanye just let it all slip, and it's not looking good for Mr. and Mrs. Carter. Yep, y'all heard that right. According to some jaw-dropping whispers making the rounds, Beyoncé might have linked up with the FBI behind Jay-Z's back, and Kanye is the one out here confirming the unthinkable. This secret meeting is sending shockwaves through the industry, and folks are out here wondering, did Queen Bey really snitch on Hov, or is Ye just stirring the pot again? So the word round town is that Beyoncé might have just snitched Jay-Z to the feds. It's looking like she's protecting herself and not worried about anyone else. Now, if you've been paying attention, then you already know there's been rumors for a minute that things between Bey and Hov have been rocky, like barely holding it together type rocky. And now folks are saying Beyoncé might be done trying to hold it down. Apparently she went ahead and had a private little convo with the feds, and you'll already know Jay is not going to take that lightly. And girl, guess who's tied up in all this? That's right, Diddy. Because let's be honest, when anything messy is going down in the industry lately, somehow his name always pops up. People have been speculating for years that Bey and Jay had some shady ties to Diddy's world, but nothing ever stuck. Still, now with these new snitching rumors, this might be the spark that lights the whole thing on fire. But listen, let's say this loud and clear, this is all alleged. However, with that being said, the timing kinda makes sense. Diddy's trial is creeping up, we're just a few weeks away, and the feds are in full lockdown mode, wrapping up loose ends and locking in witnesses. They've been trying to keep everything hush-hush, but you'll know leaks always find a way to spill out. One of the juiciest is that Cassie's supposed to be testifying against Diddy for the prosecution, and ever since that tidbit dropped, people been digging and speculating, trying to figure out who else might be called to the stand. That's when Beyoncé's name started popping up again, and baby, the internet ran with it. Now don't get it twisted. People like to say Bey only got dragged into this mess because of Jay, but let's not forget, Sis had her own relationship with Diddy back in the day. They were cool, like real cool, before his whole empire started crumbling. Just for some context, Freddie P from Making the Band once claimed that Diddy made him and some of the bad boy artists walk 4 hours, 4 whole hours y'all, to get a specific cheesecake from a bakery just cause Beyoncé had a craving. Like the power she held back then, wild.
People like, y'all walked to get a cheesecake. It was for Beyoncé. I'll do it again. But yeah, because at first he was like, I want some cheesecake, but we took all night to do the process, right? So when we got back, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And me and Dallon got back first. Let me tell you how green these niggas is. So I'm the type of nigga, I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract.
You see, the tea that's spilling about Beyoncé, Diddy and Jay-Z sounds like a Netflix documentary in the making. Now look, we all been knew Diddy had a long, nasty history of doing his artists dirty. That ain't even news at this point. He's been out here disrespecting folks for decades. But that cheesecake story, where he made his own artists walk 4 hours to get one slice just cause Beyoncé had a craving. You don't do that unless you're real cozy with whoever requested it. And y'all, that ain't even the wildest part. Word on the curb is Beyoncé wasn't just popping up at Diddy's parties, she was allegedly a regular. This was before the whole freak-off drama exploded, before the baby allegations, before the raids and lawsuits. There were whispers way back about her showing up to Diddy's infamous gatherings. And let's just say, people were raising their eyebrows even back then.
There is a new Diddy accuser. This is a man from Florida. He is suing after he alleges that Diddy strapped a to his face and made him parade around. Stop.
And get this, there's even some talk that she allegedly tried to shoot her shot at Diddy at one of those parties. Now he ain't say the word freak off, but the way he described it, it was giving freak off energy, but it gets even deeper. There were rumors flying that Beyoncé was actually caught on tape at one of these parties doing, well, some things. Now, we ain't got receipts, okay? But Jag, you're right, y'all know she's been spilling industry secrets for years. Claimed this tape existed months before Lil Rod's court docs even came out. People think she's onto something with this one. Guess Jaguar was right at Beyonce snitching. And speaking of those court documents, Lil Rod straight up said that while he was living and traveling with Diddy, he found out there were hidden cameras in every single room. Bedrooms, bathrooms, lounges, all of it. And he believes Diddy's been collecting compromising footage of celebs, execs, politicians, athletes, like a whole blackmail vault. That's exactly why fans think Beyoncé might have turned on Diddy. Sis could be trying to protect herself before those tapes see the light of day. But then the real gag is this. If Beyoncé is allegedly snitching on Diddy, why would she turn on Jay-Z too? Let's unpack that. There's been a lot of rumors about Bey and Jay being in a loveless marriage, like very PR, very business. And while Jay is still the father of her babies and half of that iconic power couple, insiders claim Beyoncé been trying to leave for a while. And if that's true, then snitching might be her ultimate exit strategy. Think about it. If Jay-Z ends up behind bars too, right alongside his bestie Diddy, Beyoncé could walk away playing the heartbroken wife card. She gets to protect her brand, protect her kids, and come out looking like the victim who had no idea what was going on. Strategic AF. Plus, let's not forget the rumors that Jay-Z allegedly had Beyoncé on lockdown. Jaguar Wright even accused him of forcing substances on her and being obsessed with controlling her every move. If any of that's true, sis might finally be ready to take her power back. But let's not play dumb here, because Jay-Z himself basically confessed to being toxic. In his deeply personal song 444, Jay didn't just admit to cheating. He poured his guilt out in full lyrical detail. He literally said, "I said don't embarrass me instead of be mine. That was my proposal for us to go steady." Like what? Instead of loving her, he gave her a warning. Then he goes on to mourn the innocence he claims left Beyoncé's eyes and admits to being emotionally unavailable, toying with women and falling short of what he pretended to be. That is not love. That's emotional manipulation 101. And that little confession had fans side-eyeing him heavy, especially after what we now know about his past and all the allegations swirling around him. Now let's talk facts. In just the last couple years, Beyoncé has launched multiple new businesses, announced not one but 2 world tours, and has been building her empire in overdrive. Now we all know Bey has always been about her business, but this sudden hustle, baby, it's giving strategic planning. It's giving, I'm getting my coins right before I bounce. Now remember when Jay-Z got sued for SA? That moment had fans thinking, okay, this is it. She's definitely leaving him now. But nope, that case ended up getting dismissed. And Jay was out here celebrating, calling the lawsuit fictitious, frivolous, and laughable. He even said the trauma he and his family went through can never be dismissed. And while he was trying to play victim in that statement, fans were wondering, what about Beyoncé? What about the trauma she's endured over the years? And that's what brings us to the rumor that Beyoncé might actually be working with the feds behind the scenes as a last-ditch attempt to get out clean. Ian, listen, this ain't confirmed, but if she is helping out the feds, that could explain all the sudden business moves, the rebranding, and the shift in public image. It's giving quiet preparation before the storm hits. It's giving watch me disappear gracefully while y'all go down. Speaking of taking down people, Ye gave it a shot to put some dirt not only on Jay and Bey, but their kids too. Ye made some straight-up disgusting out-of-pocket comments about Beyoncé and Jay-Z's twins, Rumi and Sir, and that's where the Carters drew the line. He crossed a major boundary. Like, you can shade adults all day, but going after kids is deranged. Instead of getting on Instagram Live or dropping cryptic captions like most celebs, Beyoncé and Jay-Z decided to handle this the grown, strategic way: lawyers. Word on the street is they're actively considering legal action over the stuff Ye said. And it's not just because it was disrespectful. His language was allegedly full of ableist slurs and unfounded claims about their children's mental abilities. But you already know Bey and Jay are not about that public drama life. They're not going to feed into Ye's foolishness online. What they're doing instead is protecting their peace and, more importantly, protecting their children. And this is very on brand for them. They've always kept their kids out the spotlight. So this quiet legal approach just proves they're staying 10 steps ahead. Now, while they're staying classy and quiet, Miss Tina Knowles had time. She hopped on Instagram and dropped a little holy warning.
So I'm on the set of a photo shoot today for my book, and I wanted to tell you a corny joke because I have on all this glamorous hair and makeup, thanks to Cole and Darius, and Sienna on camera work. Got a corny joke. Want to hear it? Here it goes. So what happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know that's funny.
She she didn't say Ye's name, but come on now. We all knew exactly who that was aimed at. Now Ye, he's been wildin'. 1 second he's issuing a public apology to Jay-Z, and literally hours later, he turns around and says something nasty about Beyoncé. This flip-flop behavior is just exhausting at this point. And if you've been paying attention, it all seems to stem from him feeling like Jay-Z abandoned him during his divorce from Kim. Now he's in his feelings, he's rolling out new album, and instead of promoting music the normal way, he's causing chaos online and dragging celebs left and right. So yeah, while Ye keeps spiraling for streams and headlines, the Carters are choosing dignity, protection, and long-term moves. It's giving, you'll hear from our lawyers, not from us. So is Beyoncé really done with Jay? Is she trying to escape the machine she's been locked in for decades? Or is this all just smoke and no fire? Some think she made her bed and now there's no going back. She already made her choice. No one needs to help B. She made her life, now she has to live it. One thing we know for sure, when Beyoncé makes a move, it's never by accident. And if she really is planning an exit, it's about to shake the industry to its core. What do you think about this drama? Let us know about it down below.